Hello, here's my little spot where we're going to run through a little practice. So let me take position, empty my pockets, earbuds, always in my pocket. Welcome to my studio. This is probably the most common place you'll find me when I'm here in Mallorca, down by the water. Great little spot here. We've got a little beach, a few little waves. But let's begin. So sit back on your heels if that's comfortable, or cross-legged, and just take a moment. We all have such busy lives, and sometimes just to sit for a moment, set your intention for the practice. So today I'm going to work a little bit more on a little bit of hip flexibility and focus on my breathing, working on moving in and out of a position with my breath. So just inhale through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Let everything go. Now basket weave the hands, push the hands away, and place your gaze at the back of your hands. And as we inhale, lift the hands up. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale up. This time release the hands. Take the hands into a wide cactus. Feel your shoulder blades falling down your back, down your spine. And now take the hands behind you and clasp the hands, this time behind your back. Push your hands away. Now bring your hands over to your right hip. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And imagine you have a little pen taped to your nose, and draw 3 little circles in one direction and 3 circles in the other. Now take the hands, push the hands again behind. Switch the hands so the left thumb is on the top this time, and bring those hands up onto your left hip. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder, and 3 little circles with your nose in one direction and 3 circles in the other. Keep the back of your right hand there, and take your left hand and place it on your right knee and look over your right shoulder. Big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And switch it around so the back of the left hand finds the right hip and the right hand on the left hip. Big inhale. And as we exhale, try and take that rotation a little bit further over the left shoulder. And back into center and take the right hand to the right side, left hand comes up. Big inhale. And exhale, left hand comes down and right hand comes up. Big inhale. And again, right hand goes down, left hand comes up. Left hand down, right hand up. And come back into center. Take the hands down onto the mat. And now some circles, or maybe some figure of eights with your hips. It's one of the hardest movements for our brains to work with our bodies as a figure of eight. It's just interesting if you can kind of slide your right hip so it comes more forward, and then take the right hip so it goes further back. And just try and move through this figure of eight pattern. In one direction, and now in the opposite direction. So circling backwards, crossing over through the middle, back round, and again. And this time finish when you're back into the center. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl everything down and under. Inhale, lift your head up. And exhale, curl everything down and under. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, curl everything down and under. Reverse the hands, and now take your hips back, stretching through the forearms and your wrists. Come back forward again, and sink your hips back one more time. Back into center, now take the hips back, again stretching through forearms, the wrists. Maybe your hands are just lifting a little bit off the mat, and come back into center. Now take the left hand facing the palm up and create a fist with your left hand, and release, and a fist with your left hand again, and release. Curl all your fingers one more time. And release. Swap hands. So right hand, the back of the right hand now down on the mat. Curl the fingers up. And again, 2. And 3. We're going to be working quite a bit on the wrists and the hands and the shoulders. So just finding a bit more mobility. So now take the left hand down, place it palm down, and put your right hand on top. Keeping it steady, let's rotate the wrist. So moving the elbow through some circles with the elbows, and back in the opposite direction. Just trying to get your wrists a little bit more mobile, a bit more of the fluids flowing between the joints. And now swap hands, so the right hand down, left hand on top. 3 circles in one direction, and 3 circles in the other. Create fists again, but this time the fists are coming together, and push the fists firmly together so the knuckles are facing the knuckles. And inhale, bring your body up, and exhale, come back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. Release the hands, give your hands a little shake. Place your hands at the side of your knees. Open the fingers wide. And keeping the feet with the top of the foot firmly down on the mat. Big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to lift. We're here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back down. Take the hands forward. Roll over the toes. Take a few steps with your left and right foot, stepping through your downward dog. Chin on the chest. Roll all the way through into plank. Bend the knees. Take the hips back. And roll all the way through into plank. Bend the knees. Take the hips back. Chin on the chest. Roll all the way through into plank. Back into downward dog. Right leg lifts. Take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Drop the left knee. Right hand up to the sky. Big inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Take the right hand down. Push through the mat, extending through the right leg into an extended pyramid. Inhale. Exhale. Rebend the right knee. Left foot finds the left hand and into our active squat. We're here for 5 breaths. Last breath. Push the mat away. Hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale here. Right foot to the back of the mat. Left foot to the back of the mat. Back into downward dog. Left leg up to the sky. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee. Lift the left hand up to the sky. Left hand finds the mat, push the mat away, extending through into an extended pyramid. Nothing too strenuous, just trying to open up the body, take the right foot to the outside of the right, nice and gently. Into our active squat. Push the mat away, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale here. Take the left foot to the back of the mat, right foot to the back, and a full press up. Drop the knees and drop the elbows and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. First upward dog is always a little tight for me, so right leg up to the sky, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Drop the left knee, right hand up to the sky. Big inhale, right hand down. Push the mat away, extend through into active pyramid. Rebend the right leg, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Into our active squat. Push the mat away, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, take the hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale here. Right foot to the back, left foot to the back. Downward dog. Left leg up to the sky. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee, left hand up to the sky. Left hand down. Extended pyramid. Straightening through that left leg. Rebend the left knee, right foot to the outside of the right into our active squat. Push the mat away, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale here. Left foot to the back of the mat, right foot to the back of the mat, drop the knees, drop the elbows and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. Last round, right leg up to the sky, right leg to the outside of the right. Drop the left knee, right hand up to the sky. Right hand down, push the mat away into extended pyramid. Rebend the right, left foot finds the outside of the left. Into active squat, push the mat away, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, take the hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale here. Take the right foot to the back of the mat, left foot to the back of the mat, back into downward dog, left leg up to the sky, left leg to the outside of the left. Drop the right knee, left hand up to the sky. Exhale, left hand down. Straightening through the left leg into an extended pyramid. Rebend the left, right foot to the outside of the right, into active squat. Pushing through the mat, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale here. Left foot to the back of the mat, right foot to the back of the mat. Drop the knees, drop the elbows, and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. Right leg up to the sky, a little bit different this time. Take the right foot in between the two hands into a double bent knee lunge. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. What we want to try and do is rotate the pelvis. So just feel as if you're tucking your pelvis under. You should feel a lengthening of this muscle down on the left side. Lifting the hands up, working through the psoas. Couple more breaths here. Now if we imagine just trying to straighten through that left leg, it's difficult because we've got this tilted pelvis, but by straightening through that left leg you feel more of a stretch down the front of your thigh. Bring the hands to the heart. We're going to take our weight over our right leg now, so into a bent knee warrior. Straightens through that right leg, lifting the left foot a little bit higher. Stay here for a moment. Work on our balance. If you had a gaze point somewhere on the ground, it should make you a little bit more stable. Maybe you could lift your left leg up a little higher. Now counterbalance now, as we take our hands forward, we're going to be dropping our back foot slowly to the back of the mat, hands to the back of the skull, and inhale and lift and push space away behind. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat. Left knee comes down, right foot finds the side of the left knee. Take the elbows down and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. Left leg up to the sky. Left foot in between the two hands into a double bent knee lunge. Again, rotate that pelvis. Want to try and tuck your pelvis under so it's facing forward. Now straighten through that right leg. It's tricky. It's hard for me to do both. If you've got more flexibility in your hips, maybe it's a little bit easier for you, but straightening through that right leg. Now bring the hands to the heart, lean over the left leg, bent knee warrior. Now straighten through that left leg and maybe lift the right foot just a little higher. Find that gaze point again. Help you be a little bit more stable and ready to counterbalance the right leg coming to the mat. Take your hands forwards, bend the left knee and let the right foot find the back of the mat, hand to the back of the skull, and inhale, push the space away behind. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat. Left foot finds the right foot, drop the knee. Drop the elbows and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. Right leg up to the sky, right foot in between the two hands into a double bent knee lunge. Rotate that pelvis, straighten through that left leg and hands to the heart. Moving a little bit faster now, lean over the right leg, bent knee warrior, straighten through that right leg, lifting the left leg a little bit higher. Take the hands forward as we counterbalance and dropping the back foot to the back of the mat, hands to the back of the skull. Inhale, push the space away behind. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat. Drop the left knee, right foot and right knee finds the left and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. Those upward dogs are getting a bit easier now. So left leg up to the sky, left leg in between the two hands into a double bent knee lunge. Tilt the pelvis. Straighten through the right leg, hands to the heart. Lean over the left leg, bent knee warrior. Straighten through that left leg, lifting the right leg a little bit higher. Hands go forward, we counterbalance. Back foot finding the back of the mat, hands to the back of the skull. And inhale, push the space away behind. Exhale, take the hands down. Drop the right knee. Left knee comes to the side. Elbows go down, roll all the way through into upward dog, back into downward dog. Final round of these. Right leg up to the sky, right leg in between the two hands into a double bent knee lunge. Tilt the pelvis, straighten the left leg. Hands to the heart, lean over the right. Bent knee warrior, straighten through that right leg. Take the hands forward as the back foot finds the back of the mat, hands to the back of the skull, and inhale. Push the space away behind. Exhale, take the hands all the way down to the mat. Right leg comes down, elbows, knees, roll all the way through to upward dog. Back into downward dog, left leg up to the sky. Last side, in between the two hands into a double bent knee lunge. Straighten through that right leg, tilt the pelvis, hands to the heart. Lean over the left leg, bent knee warrior, straighten through that left leg, lift the right leg a little bit higher. Hands go forward as the back foot finds the back of the mat, hands to the back of the skull, and inhale, push the space away behind. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat. Drop the right knee, left knee finds the right. Drop the elbows and roll all the way through into upward dog. And back into downward dog. 10 steps. Find your feet, find your hands, and sink down. Grab hold of the elbows, have a little bounce here. So fascia works differently than muscles. With fascia, bouncing actually works really well on the fascia lines of the body. So just find a little bit of a bounce. Grab a hold of your elbows. I've got my knees bent so that I can get a little bit deeper. If I straighten through my legs, I can feel it more on my hamstrings, but I want to be working a little bit more on my lower back. So bending the knees helps me to do that. Now we're going to go into circle chair, so rolling through each vertebrae one by one as we come up to standing. And sinking back down, grabbing hold of the elbows, little bounce again, and roll through vertebrae by vertebrae as we come back up into standing. Sinking down one more time, grabbing hold of the elbows, a little bounce, and roll all the way through vertebrae by vertebrae. Come all the way down, take the right foot to the back of the mat, drop the right knee. Place your left hand on your left knee, right hand flat on the mat, and we're going to pull our right heel into our butt. We're not going to hold it, we're just going to pull it towards the butt. We're going to do this for a count of 5. Big inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the back foot back down to the mat. If we came out of a stretch or movement fast, the muscles will just pull back into their original shape, size. But if we do it gently, they'll keep some of the length. So now take the hips back. We're going to lean over this left leg into Ardha Hanuman. This is half the monkey god Hanuman from the Hindu religion. Curling up the toes. Have the toes facing upwards towards your face. Lengthening through the hamstrings. Now here we can play around with our hand positions. So we take both the hands out to the outer edge. It's tricky. Works different parts of the hamstrings. So I can feel this working now right down low on my calves. If we bring the hands down left and right, I can still feel it. I'm also trying to draw my femur back into my hip bone. So this feeling of just drawing this back in is great. Remembering to curl the toes. Now take both hands out to the inside. And that somehow feels a little bit easier. We're going to re-bend this left knee. And the top of the foot is going to push down onto the mat. And we can stay here. This is a great pose. We never exercise the top of the foot, but we are here. Or if you want to, you can bring your hands up to your knee. But if you turn on this butt cheek, switch it on. Feel all the muscles tense in your glutes. And now bring the hands up. Maybe we can stay here for a few breaths. Take the hands down to the mat. Drop the right knee. And the left heel needs to come forward now because we're going into our version of splits. Now we've all got different levels of flexibility. But if we want to achieve splits, for example, then we've got to try and do the splits. So take the left heel forward, take the right knee back, and just try and find a place that you can feel some activity. So we've all got one good side and one bad side. Maybe this is your good side. For me, this is my bad side. I have a lot of tension in my right hip, my right pelvis. Again, we can play around with hand positions. We can take them both on the inside, or left and right. Or both out to the outer edge, which is tough for me. We're going to re-bend the left knee, draw it in a little. It's a bit of a big transition, but we're going to go into half moon. So going from flexibility to balance is tricky, but let's do it. Fires more neurons. If things are a bit more tricky, we have more activity in our brains. Our brains have this thing called plasticity. It's the way that our brains learn new motor movements, new thinking, new memories. And bring the right foot to the side of the left and roll through vertebrae by vertebrae. Now maybe your left side feels a little bit different than your right. Maybe. Sink back down, little bounce, rolling through vertebrae by vertebrae. Sinking down. This time we're going to take the left foot to the back of the mat, drop the left knee. Left hand is on the mat, right hand is on the right knee. And we're going to draw that left heel into the left butt cheek. Keep trying to get them to touch. We're here for 5 breaths. Last breath here, big inhale. And as we exhale, slowly let it find the mat. Taking the hips back, rolling over the front leg, curling the toes up towards you. Starting off with the hands both on the inside. Now hand left and right. And now both hands on the outer edge. Rebend the right knee. Top of the foot pushes down on the mat. Dum. Okay, stay here. Great position. Or bring your hands up to the knee. Turn on this glute now. We're turning, switching, firing the activity in your left glute. And bring the hands up. And release. Drop the left knee. Take the right foot forward, left knee back, and come down into your version of splits. Starting off with hands both on the inside. Curling up the toes. Have those chasing towards you. Now one hand on the left side, one hand on the right. Now both hands on the outside. Rebend that right knee, coming straight up into our balance, half moon. Bring the left foot to the side of the right, bend the knees and roll all the way through, vertebrae by vertebrae, and come up to standing. Take a few steps back, come into the center of the mat, and we're coming up onto tiptoes. We're going to sink down into a tiptoe squat. Drop the heels onto the mat, lift the heels up, take the knees slowly forward and into our soft camel. Now back up onto our tiptoes, dropping the heels, lifting the heels, dropping our knees, lifting the hands, soft camel, number 2. Maybe it's a little further than the first one. Sinking back, lifting up, dropping the heels, lifting the heels, dropping the knees, bring the hands. Soft camel number 3. Back up onto your heels, take your hands down to the mat, try and get the elbows deep side of the knees. Spread the fingers and lean and take your weight forward. I'm just going to hold this now to crow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the feet. Sink the heels. Come all the way up to standing. Hola, ¿qué tal? back into the center. Hold up. Come down on all fours.
Wow.
Few circles in one direction, few circles in the other direction. Okay, back into downward dog. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Right leg in between the two hands into our warrior two. Sink down a little deeper than you really want to. Focus on the back edge of your left foot. Remember that we have arches of our feet, so just sink down a little bit lower. Extend the left hand back, the right hand forward. We're going to run through some big transitions here. So normally Warrior Two is a pose that most yogis fly through. They hold for one breath, but holding it for 7 breaths is tough. Bring the left hand down to the mat. Drop the left knee. Right foot comes all the way to the back of the mat into a supported side plank, or if you want to, come into full side plank, or another option, bend the knees, take the right foot behind you and propel yourself forward into wild T. Whichever you chose, you're going to bend your knees and draw your right knee into your chest. You're going to bring the right foot back up to the top of the mat. Rotate the left foot. Right hand extends in front of the right foot and left hand comes up. Bicep to your ear. Extend your left hand. Stretch through. Feel that side body lengthen. Now lift up the right, we're extending through, holding this. Just 2 more breaths. You can do it. Push through the right leg. Left hand finds the nape of your back, right hand comes up. Straighten through the right leg, windmill the hands into Trikonasana. So right, back of the right hand pushes against the right calf, left arm comes up, and add some dristi. So dristi is our gaze points. So look at your left hand. Rebend the right knee, take the hands to the mat, drop the left knee, bring the right knee to the side, take the hips back and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. The other side, left foot up to the sky, left foot in between the 2 hands into our Warrior Two. Extending through, focusing on the outer edges of our feet, remembering those arches. We actually have a diaphragm in our foot that moves as we breathe. Maybe sink a little bit lower. Take the right hand down to the mat. Drop the right knee, left foot comes into our supported side plank, left hand up to the sky, or full side plank. Or once again, bend the knees, propel yourself forward and find your wild thing. Wherever you are, bend the knees. Draw the left knee into the chest. Bring that left foot to the top of the mat. Rotate the back foot. Left hand extends over the left. Right arm comes up, over, and the right bicep to the right ear. Now lift up the left hand. 2 breaths. Push through, reversing our warrior. Now windmill the hands into our version of Trikonasana. Left hand, back of the left hand finds the left calf. Open up the heart. Look up to the sky and take gaze at your right thumb. Take the hands down to the mat. Drop the right knee. Left knee finds the right. Elbows come down to the mat and roll all the way through into upward dog. Back into downward dog. 10 steps again. Back into the centre of the mat. Few little bounces here, back into circle chair. 2, 3. Feel that expansion of the shoulders as you come up. Now lift the left hand up. Put your weight onto your right leg. Pick up your left hand. So the left hand needs to go under the left foot. Right hand up to the sky. Big inhale. As we exhale, push into the left hand with the left foot and extend forward into dancer. And come back into standing. Left foot finds the space at the side of the right. Take a few steps. Find your stability again. Right hand comes up. Pick up your right foot. Left hand up to the sky. Big inhale. And as we exhale, take the left hand forward, kicking into that right hand. So I'm really forcing that right foot into my right hand. And release. Back into center. Come all the way down. All the way down to your belly. Hands to the corners of the mat, chin on the chest. Roll all the way through to oscillating cobra. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale. Through, exhale, back down. Now pick up your left foot with your left hand. Right foot with your right hand. Chin on the chest, big inhale. And as we exhale, push and kick. And trying to lift most of you off the mat. And release. Just have a moment here before we go into round 2. So, back into center. Pick up the left foot. Pick up the right foot, chin on the chest, big inhale. And as we exhale, kick and lift. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Get ready for the final round. Left foot, the left, right foot with the right hand, chin on the chest, big inhale. And as we exhale, lift and kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over onto your backs. Draw your right knee into your chest. Left leg extends. Left leg comes up 25 degrees. Hands basket weave and push your right knee away as you try and draw that right knee in. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the left knee in, right leg extends. Basket weave the hands, push the knee away. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw both knees into the chest. Take them up to the sky. We're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left foot to 25 degrees and pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes up, right leg down, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your feet find the mat. And ready for bridge. Lift up your pelvis. Lift up your hips. Try and draw your shoulder blades under. We're holding this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips down. And ready for the next level. Supported bridge. So take your hands underneath your hips. We're staying here now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. And if you're ready for full wheel, I like to take my hands first to the side of my ears and I go up onto tiptoe. It kind of allows me to get a bit more leverage in my lift off. So, hands side of your ears, take my toes, I'm on tiptoes, big inhale, and as we exhale, push. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. And just have a moment . So in between each vertebrae we have these sacs these discs. These discs are filled with liquid. And during our everyday, we're walking and we're sitting, the liquid tends to congregate in one particular area. Well, by doing things like back bends, it shifts that liquid into different areas and it releases these endorphins, these feel-good factors. These hormones start firing around our body and they make us feel, number one, they're pain reducers, but they're also there to make us feel good. So we now have a plethora of endorphins running around. Okay, roll back onto our front, back onto all fours, and our right knee is finding our right wrist. Draw our left foot up and keep the hand on that left foot, keep it in place. As we drop our left knee back, and now take our right elbow down. And just try and find some space in the hips and the glutes. There's the magic word surrender. Just have a few breaths here. Release the left foot. Take the right knee back. Left knee to the left hand. Left elbow to the left knee. Draw the left foot upwards and sink your hips down. Few breaths here. Now release the left foot. Come back up. Roll back onto our backs. Take our feet to the corners of the mat, hands up to the sky. And just have a moment here. Just to reset your system. Calm down your nervous system. We've been in some positions, we've opened up some space. We've lengthened some muscles, some ligaments, some tendons. We've strengthened some muscles, some ligaments, some tendons. And now we just want to try and just allow the body to accept the changes. can stay here. Just let your body just return. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.